Hello, and welcome back to the Earth Star Tribrid. I am your host, Earth Star Tribrid. Today we're going to take a break from the Caden Black case. A lot of the videos that I do for him right now are going to the person that I'm working with also on the case. So we will be figuring that out later. If I have any more to publicly put out, I will. But right now, we're going to keep things on the hush until I get further instruction to be able to put more out on him. So we're going to go ahead and kind of jump into another cold case that I found. Cold case of a double homicide that happened back in November 25th, 2007. Sherry Leonard, 43-year-old, and Jason Specht. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I apologize. He was 33. All I got out of this case was the fact that it was a double homicide in Grantsville Township, Mifflin County, PA. Again, it was a double homicide, and the trailer was set on fire to cover up crime. Now, what I read in the messages on the page, it was also talking about, apparently the police know who the suspect, who it is that did it. They just didn't have any proof of him being caught and stuff like that. Those messages were sent, because I checked the date on the messages. It was like 17 weeks prior from today. So we're gonna go into, I have no idea who the suspect was or anything like that. So we're gonna get into facial features, physique, race, age. I will do the age of what they like. Everything that I will be doing will be what the suspect looked like back then. Not today, but back then. Okay? Especially if they like okay, so say I ask this question like, is the suspect that they believe is the person who did it is actually the person who did it? If it says yes, then we'll go into what they looked like back then. If not, then we're going to do both back then and what they would look like today. So I'm going to go ahead and do my cleansing, my lighting of my candles and stuff like that, my prayer, and I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. Show me yes. Show me no, please. Am I speaking to the highest divine light? Am I speaking with the All High Almighty, Jesus Christ? Sherry Leonard, are you here? Jason Specht, are you here? Am I speaking to anyone other than the four of you? Okay. Alrighty. Now, do they catch your killer yet? The person who murdered you, did they catch him yet? No. Do you personally know who this person is? Like you know them on a personal level? Was it a stranger that did it? That is a no. Okay, so somebody you know. Is this somebody who's personally attached to Sherry Leonard or Jason Specht? Somebody attached to Sherry Leonard. Okay. Is this an ex of yours? Ex-boyfriend? Ex-husband? Is it an ex-boyfriend or ex-husband? Boyfriend? Husband. So this was an ex-husband of yours. Okay. Which one do you want me to get into first? The tarot cards No. Show me yes or no for each step, please. Which one do you want me to do first? People, person, family. Facial features. Race, ethnicity. Age and personality. Physique. Okay, so people, person, family deck. Okay. Be right back. Okay. Show me yes. Show me no, please. Okay. Was this a man or a woman that did this? Man? Woman. So it was a man. Okay. Was this a boyfriend? No. Groom. Ex-groom. Okay, so an ex-groom. Okay. Casual fling. Extended family member. Immediate family member. Was this a co-worker of any kind? A rival? Yes. A brother? Close family friend? No. Father? Jealous lover? Okay. Great aunt or uncle? Ringmaster? A grandpa? A great grandparent? An aunt? Uncle? He is an uncle. A cousin? Step parent? Sibling? Step parent. So he's remarried. So he has remarried. Okay. Neighbor? Best friend. Okay. So it's an X. Okay. So we have groom, immediate family member, a father. He is an uncle. So he has siblings. He is considered a grandfather now. He would be considered a jealous lover. And a parent, like step parent / sibling. So I guess when he remarried somebody who also had kids. Okay. 1 second. At this moment in time, is he considered retired? Yes, so he's retired. During the time of your murder, the double homicide, is this a person who was of lower class? Working class? Middle class? Upper class? Okay. Alright. So, of working middle class here, wait, is this, yeah, working and middle class, alright? Does his job require both cards? Yes, okay, so working class, what would you describe his work to be? The murder suspect. White collar, blue collar, unskilled laborer, blue collar, white collar. Okay, so he was blue and white. So was he like in administration of some type of construction company? Was he into carpentry? No, construction. So he worked, so he was a higher, so in this one, well, in middle class, what would you consider his job to be? Accountant, architect, solicitor, surveyor, social worker. I mean, if it was construction, then yeah, that would consist with architecture. Artisan, artisan, outworkers, factory. I need you to do a lot better with this swinging and circling stuff, okay? I need to be able to read it perfectly myself. Not just for the viewers, but for me too. Like, I need to know for sure that's what I'm seeing, okay? So we're going to say that again. Was he in the working class, was he an unskilled laborer? No. Artisans. You would say he would be an artisan? Outworkers? Factory? Would you consider him to have little to no formal education? No, he had education. Okay, so in middle class, what would you consider his job to be? An accountant? No. Architect? Solicitor? Do better than that, please. I need you to use your energy. Thank you. Surveyors? Social workers? Teachers? Managers? Doctors? Nurses? Civil servant. Okay, so with white collar and blue collar, for example, for white collar, I said administration. For example of a blue collar, this is just examples. Carpentry and construction. Were those his jobs? Like carpentry, construction. Was it construction? So with white collar, it was administration. Like he worked. Okay, so he was a higher up. Did he work the field? No, he worked offices. Okay, so he was in office. He ran books. Did he have his own company? Was this his own construction company? Or did he work for a big name company? No, it was something he did for himself. Okay. So he managed, architect will be construction. So, was this like building of houses? Roofing? Just jobs here and there? Jobs here and there. Just whatever he can get that he can use his skill on. Was he unemployed a lot? Yes. Did he make a decent amount of money? Yeah, so he was unemployed a lot, but when he was working, he was making decent money. Okay. So working middle class. Apparently he remarried, so he would be a step parent. He is an ex-groom of hers, so most likely an ex-husband. He is now a groom of somebody else's. He would be considered an immediate, like when you're husband and wife, you're considered immediate family. He is a father, an uncle, which means he obviously has siblings, nieces and nephews. He is a grandpa, so he's older in age now. So depending on how old he is, he could be one of these two. And he was considered a jealous lover. So that was most likely the reason for why he did what he did. Did he get any type of insurance claims out of your death? No. Was this just pure jealousy? Yes. Okay. You both were together when you both died? Who passed away first? Was it Sherry? Jason? Who passed away first? Jason? Sherry? So Jason passed away first and then Sherry. Was it the fire that killed you? No. It was used to cover up the crime? What was used? Gasoline, matches, electrical wire shortening, gasoline and matches. Okay, so gasoline and matches. Was it a candle that got used, like knocked over or anything like that? No, gasoline and matches. Okay. 1 second. What would you like for me to get into next? Facial features? Physique deck? Race, religion? Age, personality. Okay, so age and personality. Okay. Okay. What was his age range during the murders? Was it 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, 40s, 50s? During the time of the murders, he was in his 50s? Okay. At what age is he at now? 90s, 80s, 70s? He's in his 70s. So at the time of your murder, he was in his 50s, and right now in this day and age, he's in his 70s. Okay. Well, this one's a little different. They want me to get into what he sounded like. So the person, did he ended up doing it himself or did he hire somebody? He hired someone to kill you? Or did he do it himself? Like physically himself? He hired someone. Oh, okay. So are we getting into the person who killed you? Or are we getting into the person who killed you? No, the person who hired the... Okay, so he's the one... This is the person that set it up. So he set you up to be murdered. Did he set you up to be murdered? Like he hired somebody to do it? Did he physically do it himself? No. So that's why there was like no evidence left. Okay. So the person who... So we're going to get into two people then. Are we going to get into two people? The person who... Oh, wow. That thing's swinging hard. So right now we're doing the person who hired the hit. You paid for it. Okay. So, so your ex-husband hired somebody to kill you. Do you personally know the person that was hired? No. Okay, we'll get into that in a minute. Alright, so supposedly your ex-husband, I say supposedly because we are entertainment purposes only, But, it is what it is. I mean, I've been pretty on point with what people look like and all this other stuff, so. What did he sound like? Did he have, your husband, or ex-husband, did he have a high-pitched voice? throaty, deep, low, raspy, nasal. Did he normally talk with a friendly voice tone? A serious voice tone? Informal voice? Optimistic? Humorous? Excited? Angry? Angry voice tone? No. Outspoken? Soft spoken? Was he soft spoken or outspoken? Outspoken? I need you to be really clear on this. Outspoken. Soft. Sad voice tone. Formal voice tone. Okay. Okay. He spoke formally, which is clear, precise, proper grammar, avoiding contractions, idiom, and idioms. He was considered soft-spoken, so he wasn't very loud or boisterous or anything. He did have more of a serious yet friendly tone of voice and high pitch. I mean, it would be more high pitch for a guy. I wouldn't think that he would have a high pitched voice as like a woman. Would you say his voice was high pitched like a woman, or high pitched for a guy? Just high pitched for a guy. Okay. Wow, it was 222 on the timer when I restarted this. Okay, do you want me to continue to go into what your ex looked like? No. You want me to get into what the killer looked like? Okay, so it was a hired hit. Is that why they couldn't find the evidence to do it? Like to take him in? So it was a hired hit. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get into what the second person. So there's two people. There's the guy who is her ex, supposed ex-husband, who hired somebody to go and do this. He didn't do it himself, but he did hire somebody. So there's two suspects, and that's most likely the reason why they didn't find anything on him to be able to, to lock him up, because he didn't physically do it, but he hired somebody. All right, 1 second. So for the second guy, they wanted me to get into the race, ethnicity, and religion deck for the person who was hired to do the killing. Before we get into this, what time of day did this happen? Was this morning, afternoon, nighttime? So this happened at night. And it was November, yeah, so it got dark pretty early. So what time of night did it happen? Was it after 5 p.m.? After 6 p.m.? After 7 p.m.? After 8 p.m.? 9 p.m.? 10 p.m.? 11 p.m.? 12 a.m.? 1 a.m.? So this happened after midnight. So he came in while you guys were sleeping? Were you guys asleep? So you were asleep that night. Were you guys... Alright, so did he happen to wake either one of you up? Were you awoken by somebody breaking in? Did he have a key to get in? No, he broke in. Was this break-in noticeable to the door? Was it a door or a window? Did he came in through? A door? A window? He came through the door. Did he break down the door, or was he given a key at all? Was he given a key to be able to get in? Was he given a key to be able to get in? No, he broke down the door. Who woke up first? Jason? Shelly. So Jason woke up first. Jason, did you go check out the noise? Did you even have a chance to go check out the noise? Were you shot or stabbed? Stabbed? Shot. You were shot? Shelly, were you also shot? Do you guys know how many times you were shot? Jason, how many times were you shot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Jason, you were shot 4 times. Shelly, how many times were you shot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You were shot 5 times. And he was only shot 4? Jason, were you shot 4 times? Were you shot more than 4 times? So Shelly, were you still in bed when the shooting occurred? Like, were you still sitting in bed, or did you get out and try and run away? Were you still sitting in bed? Yeah. Did you try to get up and run away? No. Jason, did you try to fight the attacker off? No. Did you try to run away from the attacker? Yeah. Okay. What was this guy's race? Was he mixed race? Yes. Was he white? Pacific race? Pacific Islander? Asian? American Indian? Black African American? Black African American? Was he? Okay, so he was mixed race with white. And what other race? Black or African American? Hispanic, Latino? Native Hawaiian? Native Alaskan? Was he a foreigner of any kind? No, so he was mixed race of white and black. And he was a hired hit. So 4 shots for Jason, 5 shots for Sherry. I'm sorry I called you Shelly. It's Sherry. Sorry, I apologize. So Sherry, you were shot 5 times? And Jason was shot 4 times. Did the killer have 2 guns? It was 1 gun. Did it have an extended clip on it, or did he just put in a new clip? Extended clip. Put in a new clip. So he had some type of gun that had an extended clip on it. Okay. Okay, was this, so the person who was hired to kill you, is he Catholic? Christian? Is he any other religion other than Christian? Does he go to church religiously? He does go to church. Okay. Was this guy somebody random of your ex-husband? Was he just a random guy, or was he somebody who, say like, okay, say he was, one second, you know what, hold on a second, let me, get another incense going because that one's about to go out. I need to get more incense, so hopefully I can get a little bit more information out before I have to end the video, unfortunately. 1 second. So was this, okay, so what I'm about to ask here is whether or not if this guy was somebody that was that hired your husband to do some type of work for him, and then they got into conversation about it. Okay. Is he a random person that your ex-husband knows? No. Is this somebody who hired your husband to do work for him? Was this like an exchange of services? Like, hey, you know, if you help me with this, I'll do this for you. Did he still pay him money? No. Okay, so basically they did pro bono work for each other. Like, your husband or your ex-husband did work for him for free, and in return, this guy was to kill you and your I'm guessing your boyfriend, your new boyfriend. Has he ever done anything like this before? No, he hasn't. Okay. Either one of them? No. Okay. 1 second. Oh, by the way, to the fake account that sent me that message, who happens to be suspect number 4, I hope you could realize that they can trace your IP address. Just so you know. So, I'll be right back. Okay. So, the guy who was hired, he is mixed race of white and black, and he's Christian, and he goes to church. He needs to do something with himself. I mean, like, you still gotta pay for your sins, man. Just so you know. But apparently he's never done this. Neither one of them has done this before. And apparently it was more of an exchange of services. Like, since I can do construction, I can do something for you if you do something for me. That way there was technically no money exchange. It was just an exchange of services. So during this time frame, or maybe a little bit before, he could have just, you know, if at any point in time during that area he was doing work for somebody, and if you're able to look into like financial statements or interbank statements and see that, well, you did work, but you didn't get paid for it. Why didn't you get paid for it? So you might want to check that out. And we're about to get into Age and personality next. Facial features, physique. Physique. Facial features. Which one do you want me to do first? Physique or facial features? Facial features? Physique. Was this man short, average, or tall? Short, average, tall. So he'd be tall, 5'10" and above? Okay. 1 second. What were his legs like? Normally aligned? False curvature? Knock knees? Bow-legged? Okay, so normally aligned. Okay, does the guy have any body markings? Body art and or tattoos? Body piercings? Scars or blemishes? Blemishes? Scars. So he has blemishes. Okay. Okay. What was the hitman's body build? Obese, pear, figure eight, slim slender, stocky, thick, lean, thick, okay, lean, muscular, athletic, lanky, skinny, slim, chubby, curvy, robust, overweight. What about his body figure now? Is it the same? No. Did he gain some weight like chubby? Is he overweight? Robust? Thick? Lean? Muscular? Athletic? Lanky? Okay. Okay, so at the time of your murder, what was his skin type like? Firm skin? Blotchy? Acne prone? Sunspots? saggy parts, dark with freckles, medium with freckles, fair with freckles, medium skin tone, loose skin, deep wrinkles, fair skin, brown skin, dark skin, light skin. Okay. Would you say he has the same type of skin now that he did back then? Are there any differences? No. Okay. Okay. So for the hitman's hands, would you consider him to have large hands, small hands, average hands, meaty, square-shaped palms and fingers, long, thin, bony palms and fingers, long palms and short fingers, square palm, short fingers, long palms, long fingers, long palms, long fingers, square palms, and long fingers. Okay. Okay. I might just go, what I might do, I'll probably do the facial features on this guy tomorrow. When I say tomorrow, I mean like probably in a few hours after I get my kid on the bus. I gotta go. I'm tired too. I gotta get more candles and incense. Um, I might shake this up, my box, and see if there's anything they want to say before I end the read here. So right now he's going to be in his, I would say like late 50s. If he's still because this was 27 or 2007. So I would say that's not even 20 years yet. In 2 more years will be 20 years. So if he's still in his 50s, I would think he would be in his late 50s right now, and he was in his early 40s when this went down. I would say, yeah, mid to late 50s. Mid to late 50s, early to mid 40s. So right now in his 50s, he would be considered chubby, thick, and overweight. Not obese, but overweight. In his 40s, he was considered athletic, muscular, and lean. He would also have long, thin, bony fingers, square palms, and long fingers, which would consider him to be either a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, some type of air sign. His hands would also be on the large side, just like big hands. When it was talking about blemishes, we got acne prone, blotchy skin, but his skin is also firm. He would have medium skin tone, which would be of a light brown color, with scars and blemishes. Like I said, blemishes would be under for firm skin, acne prone, and blotchy. The color of his skin would be light brown, a medium tone. He would be 5'10" or taller, with normally aligned legs. So that is what we got for the physique. Like I said, because there was no money exchange and this was more of an exchange of services, where her ex-husband would have been like, hey, you want this and this done, he probably has some type of skill set for that. Hold on a second. Did the hitman have a specific skill set? Like, was he in the military at all? He was in the military. Air Force, Army. He was in the Army, Navy, Marine, National Guard. So Army. So he was in the Army. So he had knowledge of how to use a gun and most likely how to get rid of it. Did he have knowledge of being able to get in and get out quick and to clean up after himself? Has he ever done hits before? Like outside of being in the military? No. But he has done hits, like ordered hits in the military. Okay. Alright. One sec. Okay. So I am going to leave it there for that. We will do the facial features of what this guy looked like tomorrow when I wake back up and get everything I need. But in the meantime, would you guys like me to pull some letters out of the box? Do you want me to do this individually or as a whole for you together? Individually. Okay, so Sherry, we will do you first. Ladies first, okay? So Sherry's going to be first for the boxes. Or the boxes. The box of letters and stuff. So this is going to be something that Sherry wants to say, whether it's to family or regarding the situation that happened, okay? So sound sensitivity if you guys have it. Not looking, not looking, not looking, not looking, not looking. Oh, not that many. But okay. We got mutable, adaptable, we got water. That's Pluto. We got cardinal. 3, number 3. We got Roy, cat, somebody may have a cat. Now, we don't have an S here, but, you know, I'm getting cactus here. Maybe somebody, we got Arizona, Utah, somewhere. Maybe this person has moved to a drier climate. You know, we can Arizona, Utah. I'm getting UA here, so I'm thinking Utah. I'm thinking. Okay, so we got Toy, Troy, Tact, Tracy, Cot. I mean, being in the military, you would sleep on cots. You didn't have a regular bed, it would mainly be a cot. You got car, or carry, cart. Mutable signs meaning adaptable. Cardinal signs meaning create. vacay, like vacation. Maybe somebody was like, maybe for an alibi, he was like, "Oh, I was on vacation. I wasn't there. I was, I was somewhere else." Blah blah blah. RV, vacation on an RV. YOU. You gotta act. It was a great act. Tour. Like, again, tour. Somebody went on tour. That's a very, like, military. Like, I'm a military brat, so TDY, I'm temporary duty, but we don't have a D here. But you would go on tour, like, for work when it comes to military. You got your UT. UT is Utah. Three is significant for something. The third house is represented by Gemini. No. Fire, earth, air, water. Yeah. So, first house is Aries, second house is Taurus, then Gemini. Yeah, so an air sign did come up. So third house would be Gemini. You got crave. I mean, without the E, but I mean, if we turn the three over to that, it will be an E. You got crave. Somebody probably craved your attention. So this is Sherry's messages. Somebody craved her attention. We do have tats. Maybe somebody did have some type of tattoo. Whether it's like obviously for, I don't know. Would he have a tattoo? I don't know. Somebody might have a tattoo. Court. You got a divorce, so yeah, that could have something to do with it. You got catty. Maybe somebody was acting real catty. You could have been acting catty. mean, we don't have the G. Oh, it should go the other way, but you are caught. I'm getting you are caught. Somebody could be into art. CC. Rat. You're a rat. Yep, you rat. They think of you. They probably think of these people as a rat. Or maybe somebody has his Chinese zodiac sign of a rat. Somebody could be curvy. Again, he's a little chubby now. Okay. Alright. That's all I'm getting for messages for her. Anybody who knows her personally will probably know more about what she's trying to say, whether it's like family members or police. We're gonna go put these back in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and getting a message out for Jason Specht. Not looking, not looking, not looking, not looking. Got plus 12. We have a Virgo, Scorpio, Caroline, we got Sage, Page, Q, Pages, say this how you organize this. Bow, no, bow. He was her bow. And 2 plus 1 is 3. See, like, you got the plus here, so 1 plus 2 is also 3. This symbol is for Chiron, but we can also use it as another K. I don't have another S here, but chess. Kind of like chess, like checkmate. Go. Ape. Go ape. He. Male, he. Gape. Gap. There is an age gap between them. It's a 10-year age gap. She, he, and she. It's a him, her. And I only got one O here, but we got co-op. OP, operation. PO, police officer. Hopefully this gets to a police officer. Gas. Use gasoline. Remember when I said use gasoline to burn down the house? So there's gas. BAU, Behavior Analyst Unit. Soap. B. Hag. Cap. Somebody probably wears caps. Baseball caps or something. We got hope. They're probably hoping that this will help get them arrested. Cope. Hopefully the family will be able to cope with getting all this out and, being able to heal and stuff like that. Remember we had, look, age, right? And then gap, age gap. We got ace. Again, HE, that's helium, hot air. The air was hot on fire. We can also use these as M's as well. So we got, even though this is a Virgo and Scorpio, we have M's as well and a K. So hold on a second. He could have thought she was a hoe. I'm not saying she is, but I'm just saying, like, after the divorce, he was probably really bitter and he she got with somebody who was younger than her, so he's thinking, what, she's a hoe, and this age gap, blah blah blah. He couldn't do it. Shoe? Was there a shoe imprint of some kind left behind? We got maps. This also, okay, so I also learned that maps could also have something to do with like young children, minors. That's all I'm going to elaborate on that, but I heard like minor, so I forget what the rest of it was, but I believed it meant maps, like the acronym for it was maps. We got a case, Casey. That could be the way somebody's name is spelled, Casey. Home. Game. Games. We got P. P. Maybe somebody has something wrong with a bladder. Cab. Maybe they called some type of cab or work for a cab. Back. Somebody might have been shot. Well, they were shot, so probably somebody was shot in the back. He did say he tried to run away from his attacker, so I wonder if he got shot in the back. C. Seem is not as it seems, so it may not, like, not as it seems, like it could be more along the lines of like you might think it's the guy, you have your suspicions, but because there's no evidence of it, this could be why, the fact that it's a more of a exchange of services. I keep getting exchange of services. We got hog. Maybe somebody drives some type of motorcycle, like a hog. I call that paw. We got Pam. Ooh, base. Home base. And like I said, like the guy might have been military, so you got base here, they home base. Or somebody likes baseball. Somebody probably likes to chew gum. Got pack. Oh wow, smoke. Mm, pace. When you're in the military and you're jogging, you gotta jog at a decent pace. You gotta keep up with everybody. So it's like jogging pace. We got hum. Somebody probably likes to hum a lot. Bag. Or somebody's probably wearing a pacemaker now. I mean, we don't have an R here, but maybe somebody's wearing a pacemaker. Something's wrong with their heart. Sob. We don't have an extra S, but maybe boss. Like he was a boss of his own company. We got Hugh. It could also mean Huey. Trying to think if I see anything else. We got cage, cages. Maybe these cages, as in like jail. Both of them are gonna go to jail. Bake. Bomb. We got pew, like, oh, we don't have, it's usually pew pew, like PEW, but Hugh, pew, like pew pew. Wait. So we got bake, cake. Somebody likes to bake cakes or eats a lot of cakes. We got beach. Like I said, somebody could have said that they were on vacation. There was an RV there. We had in the one before, but there was an RV. Now we got beach. We got ape again. Shape. He was in shape and now he's not in shape. We got mug. I'm about to get a mug shot. Okay, it's about to go out here. So. Alright. Well, that's it for tonight. I will be back when I get everything situated. I get more candles, more incense, and I'll be back to finish out with facial features for Sherry Leonard and Jason Specht's killers. Apparently, so far we got a student out with the 1 and 2 plus 3. Like I said, it could come up to as a Gemini, but it also could be, there might be 3 involvements here. Not just 2, maybe 3. So again, we'll figure that out a little later on the next one. So we'll do a part 2 later on today, which is, it's already almost 3 o'clock in the morning, guys. I need to go to bed. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have a great night. And again, we will be back later to do facial features. We'll do both facial features for both of them. And I'll ask the question of whether or not there was either 2 or 3 people involved. So far, it's just 2. Which is why they probably didn't have evidence to... They have suspect involved, but they don't have evidence of this going on. But if you hired somebody, that would make sense. He, like I said, he could have been on vacation when all this happened. Like, well, I wasn't there. I wasn't around, blah, 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 blah. And because there's no financial exchange of any type of money, and it was just like an exchange of services, that is probably why they don't have any, money trails. But if you look to see that, oh, well, you did some type of work for free, why would you do that? That might be who you might be looking into. So, alright. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. You have a good night, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Like, share, and subscribe, please.